welcome to AB's Applied Engineering. In this video, you are going to watch about construction of beams. During the construction of the beam, there were some things that should have been avoided and some things that should have been done. I have given my best to show what should actually be done. If you like my efforts, then like this video and subscribe to my channel. Special thanks to Mr. Balaji for his cooperation to shoot on his site.
Hey guys, without wasting much time, let's begin with our topic. First, our beam shuttering is done along with the slab shuttering. A piece of rod is tied to the steel rod projected by the below column as a support. Then, rods of 20 mm dia are placed on it. First, two rods are placed which are the top reinforcement of the column. Markings are marked at a distance of 6 inches with a chalk. Now, one more rod is placed between the two previous rods. Stirrups are arranged one above the other such that their hook is alternate. This is done so that all the binded joints of the stirrups do not be in one line where load is acting. Then, the stirrups are placed such that the top reinforcement rods are inside the stirrups. The hook of the stirrups should be provided with an angle of 135 degree. The design and spacing of the stirrups vary according to the members that are subjected to shear or torsion. To know in depth, refer to IS Code 456-2000 clause 26.5. But in any case, the spacing between the stirrups shall not exceed 300 mm. It is ensured that the beam reinforcement are beside the column reinforcement so that they are binded by bending the top reinforcement like an L. This L bend is known as the development length. This bending is done for the bottom reinforcement too. The development length is calculated by this formula. As per IS Code 456-2000, refer clause 26.2. The benefit of providing this is it transfers the load from beams to the column smoothly. The reinforcement is binded temporarily in the middle to prevent their unnecessary movement. Now, the bottom reinforcement is placed one by one. You can clearly see how the reinforcement are arranged between the projected column rods. Even the extra curtailed bars are provided. Before moving ahead, let us briefly know about what are extra bars and why are they calculated. Extra bars are provided to resist positive and negative tensile forces acting in the beam. In simple words, the beams are subjected to bending due to uniformly distributed load acting on it. The beam experiences compression on the top half and tension acting on the bottom half. At the supports, the columns resist the beam from bending and the forces act negatively in upward direction, and at the middle, the force acts positively, bending the beam downwards. The bars are curtailed so that it is economical and cost effective. The extra bars that are provided at the top are at a length of L/4 from the support. The curtailed extra bars that are in between the top and bottom reinforcement are at length of L/3 of the beam from the support. These reinforcements act in preventing the beam from these positive and negative bending movements. Moving forward, a wooden block is placed in between to give a support in middle to keep the top and bottom reinforcements straight. After that, all the stirrups are arranged according to the markings made. Now, the top reinforcement is binded first. Remember this temporary support we gave? Great! As you can see, the top reinforcement was binded to the stirrup. Once the stirrup is raised and placed on it, the top and bottom reinforcement become straight. Now, the extra bars are raised and binded. The extra bar at top is 4 inch below the top main reinforcement and the bottom extra bar is 3 inch above the bottom main reinforcement. This process is followed on the other face of the beam. Now the bottom reinforcement is also binded. Now moving to the next beam. At the column junction, the first beam is lapped to the other beam at the top reinforcement. By now you know the lapping length here also is taken as L by 4. Since the next beam's height is lesser, the bottom reinforcement of the shorter beam projects into the first beam stirrups. The making process of the beam continues. In the upcoming videos, one of the video is construction of slab, in which you can see how all the beams are connected and lowered. Finally, concrete mix of M25 grade is poured during the construction of slab. Compaction is done by vibration using a pan vibrator.
Hope you like our video.
In our upcoming videos regarding the construction of the slab, in that video you are going to see how the beams are shattered. In also other videos in which I will explain about the steel structure design. In those videos you can see regarding the development length and other technicalities regarding the spacing of stirrup and many things more.
Please do subscribe our channel and keep watching our videos.
This is Mohammad Abdul Bari.
And this is Anwar.
Thanks for watching AB's Applied Engineering.